Dear students of BA Part 1, having English in their honors courses, and the students of BA Part 1 who have opted English as their subsidiary paper, at first wish you all the best, wish you a very warm morning. Dear friends, in the previous video of mine, I have provided you, or I have tried to provide you, the very glimpse of the salient features of the poetry of the Romantic revival of the early 19th century. In that video, I have also tried to differentiate the things or the features which are there between Augustan poetry or the poetry of 18th century or neoclassical poetry and the poetry of the Romantic revival of the early 19th century. That video also deals with the different traits which were present in the Augustan poetry or 18th century poetry or the neoclassical poetry, and at the same time the traits or the features which were prevalent in the poetry of the early 19th century, that is the poetry of the Romantic revival. I have discussed there that it is William Wordsworth who, in the collaboration with S.T. Coleridge, brings forth the lyrical ballads, and that lyrical ballads heralds the opening of a new era, the opening of a new horizon to English language and literature. And the poetry in the connection of which we have discussed all these things is A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal, which has been nicely chiseled or nicely crafted by a great craftsman of poetry, William Wordsworth. So if you have the book, that is The Mystic Drum, please turn to page number 29 so that you might have the proper understanding, you might have the better comprehension of this poem that I desire to discuss with you, that I desire to relish with you, that I desire to enjoy with you. So before coming to the poem, it is imperative on my part or on your part also to go through the life sketch which has been given here in the poem or in the book. So William Wordsworth, 1770 to 1850. William Wordsworth, one of the pioneers of the Romantic movement in English poetry, was deeply influenced by the French Revolution, which broke out in 1789. So the very first line makes it crystal clear that William Wordsworth is the pioneer. He is the Sutradhar. He is the person with whom something begins. So he is the pioneer of the Romantic movement in English poetry, and he was deeply influenced by the French Revolution, which broke out in 1789. This means to say that the French Revolution, which has taken place in 1789, has a great say upon his ideology, upon his thinking, upon the art of his poetry. So he was deeply impressed by that revolution, that is the French Revolution, and he is the pioneer of the romantic movement of the English poetry in the early 19th century. The spirit of the revolution, popularly summarized as liberty, equality, and fraternity, informed the romantic elements in his poetry. The very spirit of the romantic movement or the romantic poetry of the early 19th century resembles to the very spirit of the French Revolution. French Revolution talks of liberty, equality, and fraternity. And the poetry of the early 19th century, or the poetry of the romantic revival in English literature, talks of the same thing. It also talks of liberty, equality, and fraternity. His friendship with S.T. Coleridge led to a joint literary venture in the form of the publication of epoch-making collection, The Lyrical Ballads, in 1798. So, in 1798, a great revolution takes place in the history of English literary movement, but which gives the literary movement, particularly the poetic movement, a new dimension, a new direction, a new outlook, a new firmament. And it was the publication of the Lyrical Ballads which revolutionizes English poetry, which churns the mind of the poetry writers of that particular period. So, it was 1798 when the joint effort of both the stalwarts, both the mighty signatures of the poetry of romantic movement, William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge, get fructified, and the fruit of that effort comes before in the form of the Lyrical Ballads. William Wordsworth was honored as poet laureate in 1843. He is commonly known as a poet of nature. During his long poetic career, he wrote a large number of poems, among which Tintern Abbey, The Excursion, The Daffodils, The Solitary Reaper, and the Lucy poems are well known. So, William Wordsworth was a poet laureate. It was conferred upon him in 1843, and he has chiseled, he has painted, he has given birth, or he has written a number of poems, and some of them are Tintern Abbey, The Excursion, The Daffodils, The Solitary Reaper, and the Lucy poems. Like all great romantic poetry, his poetry is a record of his inner experiences. Now, about the poem, A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal is a short lyric. So it is clear here. It is very spasht here. It is very clear here. A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal is a short lyric which tells about Lucy, though it does not belong to the series of Lucy poems. Now, one thing must be cleared here, that Wordsworth has written a number of poems centering at Lucy. About Lucy, there are so many stories, or there are so many stories regarding Lucy. Who was Lucy? What was her connection with the poet? Sometimes it is told that Lucy was a young girl. Sometimes some critics are of this view that Lucy was the beloved of William Wordsworth. Wordsworth loved Lucy. So there are so many stories regarding this or behind this. We have nothing to do with those coined stories rather. But it is clear, or it is evident, and there is no doubt about it or regarding it, that Wordsworth has made Lucy the character in so many poems of his, or he has written so many poems in which Lucy rules the roost, in which Lucy throbs, or in other words, Lucy is the heartbeat of those particular poems written by William Wordsworth. And those poems make a series, and the poems belonging to that series is known as the poems of Lucy series. This particular poem, that is A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal, deals with poet's connection with Lucy, no doubt. It is a poem in the heart of which Lucy throbs. Lucy is at the center of this poem. It is Lucy about whom the poem talks about. Lucy is the very whole and soul of this poem. This poem is through and through about Lucy. Lucy is in the very atom of this poem. But this poem does not belong to the series of Lucy poems. Once again, I am trying to make it clear that Wordsworth has written so many poems in which he makes Lucy the heroine. His character. He devotes so many of his poems to Lucy. He dedicates so many poems of his to Lucy. This means a number of poems of Wordsworth talks about Lucy, talks about poet's love, talks about poet's care, poet's consideration, poet's feelings, poet's emotion for Lucy. Those poems of his throbs with Lucy. They talk about Lucy. They think about Lucy. Lucy is there in each particle of the poem. The same is here also in the poem "A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal." It is Lucy, Lucy, and Lucy who is in the very making of this poem. This poem is also about Lucy. It also discusses about Lucy. It also tells about Lucy. It also tells about poet's kind consideration, poet's love, poet's affection, poet's feelings for Lucy. But this poem does not belong to the series. I have told you that Wordsworth has written a number of poems which talks about Lucy, and those poems belong to a series, and that series is commonly known as Lucy series. And the poems in that series are known as poems of Lucy series. This poem also deals with Lucy. Lucy is in the very theme of the poem. Lucy is the very spirit of the poem. This poem also sings about Lucy. It also tells about Lucy. It also deals about Lucy. Everywhere there is Lucy. But this poem does not belong to that particular Lucy series. This poem does not belong, has nothing to do with that particular poems of Lucy series. However, the poems deals about Lucy. So, "A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal" is a short lyric which talks about Lucy, though it does not belong to the series of Lucy poems. The speaker narrates the story of Lucy's transformation in terms of cosmic forces which changed a living organism into a thing and participates in the mechanical movement of the earth. Here, the poem talks of the transformation, transformation or the change of Lucy, who was a living identity, who was a living entity, who was a living thing, who was a living person, breathing, walking, sleeping, romancing, as people, as human beings do. But she changes, she gets changed, she gets transformed into a cosmic force. Living Lucy gets changed into non-living Lucy. A person gets changed into a thing. a living organism gets changed into a thing, how she gets changed? Who is responsible for this change? What happens when this change takes place? What effect does it have upon the heart and mind of the poet? In what way the poet receives this change? What happens when the news of this change of Lucy, who was a living identity, who was a living entity, who was a living organism, changes into a thing, reaches to the poet? How he reacts? What is his reaction? What happens? How his mind starts thinking, or in which way his mind starts thinking? What he ponders upon? What are the ideas which hit his mind when he gets this peculiar news of changing of Lucy from a human being to a thing rather? All these things have been discussed in the poem. The poem discusses the very changing of Lucy, who was a human being, into a thing. The poem brings forth the state of mind of the poet, who has to undergo a deep pain. After having the news of Lucy's change, Lucy's transformation from a human being to a thing, Lucy's personality bears the marks of divine simplicity and pervasiveness. So the poem talks about, the poem tells about the poet's reaction to this stark reality of Lucy's changing, Lucy's transformation from a human being to a thing. In the next video, we will see how Lucy gets changed, gets transformed from a human being to a thing. What was the reason? Who was behind that change? What was the force that brings forth that change? And what happens? How does the poet react to that particular change? So I request you all to go through the poem, try to understand, try to comprehend the poem on your own. At the same time, try to listen to the videos which I send for you people. Go through the videos. Do make some comments. Your comments are always welcomed. I always wait for the comments from your side, because your comments strengthen me. Your comments energize us or energize me to do something more and more for you people. Till then, have a very nice day. Have a very sweet and sumptuous night. Have a very enjoy or have deep sleep at night. Thank you. God bless you all.